I'm gonna get hit by a freaking tree. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Southern Iowa and back to the farm. You doing okay? What are you doing? That Cole has nicknamed the Buck Lovers Farm or Buck Lovers Brothel. We've got the fun part where I'm trying to find somewhere that a cigarette lighter would work out so that I can plug in drone batteries and GoPro batteries, because the dogs destroyed the one in my truck. So we've been doing a lot of work on this farm. You guys have been with us through the entire process so far. We're gonna be finishing it up here. We have the pattern tile out there. It's done. I can't remember how many feet we actually installed here. We've been working on the fence line right there, working on it, getting it out. It's almost done. A couple big trees to go out. We got the cattle lot out there. It's out, picked up, or cattle lot, cattle confinement area. This farm is turning into one of my favorite farm transformations that I've ever done so far. Like, I kind of joke about the fact that, you know, I really do enjoy fixing up farms, but man, I really do enjoy fixing up farms. Talk about why I like doing that later on. Not only the fact that I get to run equipment. Come on, is this thing gonna be like just designed for a YouTuber right here? Look at this. But anyways, long story short, we're back. We're gonna finish this up. So if you guys would, we don't ask very often, hey, hit that thumbs up button for you. It's the first time here, join along. Springtime is coming pretty darn quick on us here. And let me know what your thoughts are on how we did fixing up this farm this year.
I think I'm good. I think I can send that. I sent it. Hopefully it works. Anything bar will do,
All right, first project on our to-do list here is we're gonna go rob Peter to pay Paul. We're gonna go fill in a big old washout. We're gonna, yeah. My goal or hope is to be basically done with this project today. All right, there's the Grand Canyon that we're gonna be trying to fix up here today. If you guys haven't seen the other videos, there's a terrace that runs all the way right along where my finger's dragging you guys along at, through this area and up to that corner. It's on a 90-foot swath, so to actually be able to farm around it, we've got to fill this in. So what I'm going to do is literally dig on the bank of this to steal some dirt and fill in that hole the best we can. That's what we're gonna do. Kind of trying to figure out where the best place to steal the dirt from is, but we'll figure it out. So I think what I'll do is just go right here. And then throw it as close to the deal as I can get. Colt can push it in. Come on, Kubota, push. That's gonna take a lot of dirt. So this isn't perfect, but it'll get disced up and then it'll be pretty darn close to perfect. Had to scavenge dirt from those two sides. Not a huge fan of doing that, but I have to get the dirt somewhere. So now we'll be able to come around this corner and basically loop it just about like right here. Now filling in washouts just like that every year to just fill them in, that's not good to do, because it's just going to keep washing out there, especially because the dirt doesn't have any structure to it. So basically we've humped it up a little bit so that the water doesn't want to run on top of that. And the reason that we can do this is because of that control structure. So now the water's not going to be wanting to come down through that spot. So hopefully that'll hold itself together and we got this problem fixed. Still not the prettiest corner in the entire world, but it's a lot better than it was. Kind of like going from an F to a C. That's how I put that one.
All right, guys, so when I filled this outlet in, as you can see, there's no post or no pipe sticking out here anywhere, but it's actually right here, and it's actually running water, which is incredible, as dry as it is. Evidently we just picked the right spot to run our pipe. So we're gonna dig this out to where we can just see the end of it to be able to maintain it. and things like that. So with any luck here, we'll be able to get the end of it exposed without crushing the end of it. So ain't that wild? We got water dripping out of that son of a gun. And it is so dry. I don't know if you can tell by that. Like, that is just... It is dry. We're in a wintertime drought around here. 3 foot of snow or whatever we had didn't do us a whole lot of good.
This here was another major improvement that was done. That used to be a huge washout right there. So again, another taking it from a F to a C+, and I might give that one a B. Thing that I'm working on, and it's very classic to see around here, is you do tillage up along those waterways, which sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But essentially that creates like a little berm right along the waterways, and then the water ends up starting to cut down right along the waterway. So I took the dirt that built up there, pushed it out, so now the water that comes down this hill can actually make it into this waterway. But I've got all this dirt with grass in it that I've got to spread out, which dirt with grass and sod, just not real fun to spread. So just gonna do my best, and then the disc will get over here and disc it down real nicely, and we'll get a crop put in it. There's some old footage as I spread this around from things that we've done here. Let's kind of get you caught up on the other parts that we've done so far. Okay, hey, I want to jump in here real quick in the middle of this video. I actually shot this little part not too long ago, and it kind of ranted a little too long for you guys, and I don't want to get too long-winded. Anyways, I started YouTube in 2018, and when I started YouTube, there was not a lot of pick you guys up and walk and talk. I do better that way. Wasn't a lot of YouTube farmers or social media farmers. It's great. There's a lot more of us now, and a lot more people trying to tell their stories. But with those stories, my newsfeed's been full of people that are really worried about these drops in the prices in grain. But people should be. You know, I started farming in 2014, and the first 6 years of farming were really tough. I always joked that, you know, if I could make it through those 6 years of farming, that when times turn good, it'd be easy, and then be prepared again when times, you know, turn back sour. And it looks like we're headed into some of those sour times. Hopefully it doesn't last another 6 years or something along those lines, and it's just a slow market downturn. But you know, we've had these inflated prices with fertilizer inputs and everything like that, and those take a years to lag back down to where they're affordable again. And you know, margins are going to be tight this year, and everybody, younger guys and stuff like that and gals, are worried about this stuff. What I can say is that I know that some of you guys probably have not been through this stuff, and I am not an expert on telling you what to do. So, you know, actually I'd probably say do the exact opposite of me. But if I have any advice for people, if you're worried about this stuff and you're a young person, you're not alone. And it's like, things are going to get tough. I know some people, you know, maybe started farming in 2020 and they have not looked at tight margins yet, but they're real. You know, last time people talked about things that you should be able to do, try and do. Manage your family living expenses is huge. Try and manage that as much as possible. Maybe instead of driving, you know, a brand new pickup truck, you drive old hail damaged pickup trucks that have starting issues. You know, maybe you have a note on a pickup truck and you can get yourself out of that. Get rid of some of your payments, try and manage your debts, put those, you know, payments that you have to be as low as possible. Actually, the last downturn, they were telling people refinance everything. We got really low interest rates. Try and push out your payments to make your cash flows better. That's not really an option right now because we're dealing with really high interest rates and stuff along those lines. I don't know what the answer is, but just if you're younger and you're out there and you're worried about these things, you're not alone. All I can say is be proactive about it, you know, and try and shore yourself up a little bit, you know, because it could be bad for 6 years. On the flip side of this, there could be opportunities for us coming up, but we're gonna have to weather it, and we're all gonna be weathering it together, and we want to see everybody out on the other end. So just wanted to make that comment to I don't know, maybe bolster some spirits a little bit. It's like it's not as fun farming $4 corn as it is with $5 and $6 corn. There's no doubt about that. But it is doable. It's as a neighbor would say, you got to really factor in that fun you're having. So but okay, back to work. Yeah, we are out of the trees for a little bit, really close to that water line, closer than I really kind of want to be. So now I am gonna get hit by a freaking tree. Ooh, that was close. So now I am in like this old cattle corral area here. This is just getting cleaned up to look nicer. It's not as, a lot of it's getting skid steer mowed. There's a lot of big trees in here that I can't skid steer mow, and then there's also fence. So I gotta pull all the fence so that it doesn't end up being a mess. Old creep feeder there. Interesting. Who knows how old those bales of hay are. Gate that doesn't look like it's in horrible shape. Maybe say that. But just ripping it down. Colt's probably done 30 miles in the skid steer today. Taking one trip to another. Just down here, this whole area is getting filled up with those trees we've taken down. Hopefully it's like this stuff's so much closer now that Colt doesn't have to track so far, he'll be able to keep up with me. Maybe. We'll find out. Another big old load for the ditch. Mixture and everything. I'm trying to use my bucket to kind of like pinch it there so it doesn't want to roll up into me. I think we're gonna make it. Okay. Alright. Time to go dig some trees. Absolutely not. No budging there. Scoot away and get up higher. There it is. Come on, girl. Go, 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 go. Yep, you guys fell. You're in between my legs, but look at all the dirt on the bottom of that thing. Oh. Now I'll scrap all that off and move to the next tree after I push this in.
Pick it up with that.
It's not that heavy. Just stay down here by the ball and just push it. I don't know if he's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. That didn't really work. We're after to take these trees to the ditch. We'll get it there. This is where it'd be nice to have a big old dozer. All right, I'll halt on production here. We gotta stop and get a outside shot of that. Look at that. That there. That's impressive.
That's a big old tree.
He's gonna go.
It's in there.
We may have just claimed our second fitting. I think that one's tweaked a little bit. And it's leaking down the staff. And we are so close to getting done. I got him coming over here to be my ladder. Scoot it in a little bit. But I think she might be just loose. I might have gotten lucky. Well, I should be bringing a sludge. She's got a short day today. Let me down easy.
Hello. Oh, just trying to tear up some machinery.
Doing a good job of it too. Spun it a little bit. I only gotta clean my windows because I got oil on them.
Hey, I looked at my story thing.
Yeah.
Kubota looked at my story.
Oh yeah? Well, we're performing surgery. Right there's a water line. I don't see the trench right there. And I have been on the phone with the Rath and Rural Water Boys, and they pretty much told me to go for it. So I'm just trying to cut these roots the best I can, and then we'll tip it over, and I'll be able to breathe again. Just doing what we can to. I'm trying to stay like with it, so hopefully if I see it, then I'm like going with it, so it's not like I'm gonna drag across it, hopefully. I don't know why you guys are watching me. I should have you watching this in case I blow one out here. Let's see if we can't bust these off. Protect my bucket a little better. Come on. Wow, that's impressive. So I dug across there trying to find a trench line, and I don't see a trench line, which is where the dirt looks different. And as long as I don't go deeper than that, I should be okay. Realistically, the water line should be 4 foot down, so I'm just going as shallow as I can. That's, needless to say, I'm nervous about it. Look at that sucker. Woo! All right, with that tree, we have finished this project up. We give you guys a little bit of an overview. Kind of just tucked the drone up in the corner there so you can see it. But the farm started out with a pretty gnarly fence line along what would be the east side of this fence here. Other than where we put that entrance in the spring, there was a video on that. There was some trees removed, especially where I accidentally was thinking was the top of the hill. Wasn't the top of the hill, so I had to redo it. But anyways, that fence line transformed and just opened up this farm. I mean, looks fantastic, if you ask me. I mean, I might be a little bit biased on that. But fence line was removed. And then if we swing over, if we look at the pond, there, all those trees, some of those were down in this picture here. But it was just trees all the way around the pond and then kind of up into the waterway. And there you go. It really cleaned up there. No more trees along the pond or in the waterway. Here's the cattle corral or cattle lot that I keep calling it. This was just to clean it up and make it so you could actually go through the waterway with your equipment instead of have to go down the road. That cleaned up really nicely. Here was Tree Island. The trees were put down. There was washouts going around the trees there, causing erosion. That was replaced with a terrace. Right there you can see the terrace was running up there. And that stops the erosion, got rid of the trees, made it easier to farm. We get to the big waterway here. At the big waterway, we had erosion issues coming down the hill into it as well. There were some trees in there, which we got those removed. And then that was replaced with the terrace and tile, and then also pattern tile and everything else along those lines to hopefully increase, like, you don't eat your teeth as you go across those washouts. And then as we swing around here is this curved terrace. They got a whole bunch of inlets put in it. You can see actually from the Grand Canyon from earlier in the video, you can just see how the water was all dumping into that one location. And now it has a big curved terrace coming all the way around with, I think, 3 inlets. Is it 3? I think 3 inlets. And 4 inlets. 4 inlets in there. And tiled terrace, and the flats have been drained now, so that will also help that out. But yeah, there's the flats, and then boom, pattern tiled out. We're ready to produce a crop on this farm. I think it really did actually turn out fantastic. There it is, guys. This project is done, wrapped up. You'll have to let me know what you think of it. So just one of the perks of owning a tile plow is to be able to do projects along these lines. Like I said, I think I started with the Soil Max tile plow 4 years ago now. I think we're going on 4 years, if that sounds about right. When they came out and did the demo with me, and it stayed on the farm ever since then. It's something everybody can learn to use to do these projects, to control the water, to fix up farms, and really improve the productivity of farms. So I think they're doing some demo days and stuff like that this year, and if they are, I'll be sharing that with you guys. If you have any questions about the Soil Max tile plow, being able to do these things like this, send me an email. I'll get you in contact with the right people. It's something that you guys can do as well. But let me know what you guys think of how this farm transformed. And other than that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.